Hello guys, Crudeless here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dark Souls 3. In the last one, we went up here through the rooftops, and we discovered a lot of things about the areas surrounding well, the rooftops of the Grand Archives. And we discovered the corpse of Grey Rat, the thief. And now I refilled my Estus flask, we leveled up a couple of times, and now we're ready to take on these three bandoliers, the Los Caballeros, the three musketeers. So, let's try to... Oh, did we get one of them at a time? Yeah, we did get one of them. That's much better. Come here. I'm really terrible at PvP, as I said before. So, yeah, that's my weak point in this game. Fighting against other individuals like this. Oh, we didn't pull all the one at a time. We did pull all of them, so that's unfortunate. Ah! That poise, man. That poise. This is like the... Never really had trouble with this. Once you get one of them down, it gets a lot easier. Come on. There we go. Because now we can take care of the other guys fairly easily. And he will be gone for good now, so might as well. Come here. Just avoid those attacks though. Raining magic. Might be surprising, might not be surprising that we find some of these guys here. Some casters, but finding an assassin up here, well, it were alluded to that this was like one of those king's black hands, the dudes that were dealing with the king's necessities, not necessarily niceties. Oh, but we do get a really nice weapon from this guy. I kinda am tempted to use it. Come here. He's out of Estus flasks. As you can see, he's dual wielding Unikiri and Udabachi. Let's take a look at these. The hunters known as the King's Black Hands wielded pierced weapons. These belonged to Kamui, who looked after the prince. Kamui brought Unikiri with him on the undead settlement. To the Undead settlement, where he forged Udabachi and was finally prepared to join the ranks of the royal hunters. So he came to the Undead settlement and he forged Udabachi and was finally prepared to join the ranks. Okay. He has the move Oni Slayer, Demon Slayer. Pretty cool. Let's heal up once more. This dude drops the Golden Wing Crest Shield. Golden wings, huh? We have some Spirit Tree previously found. This is the Golden Wing. A blue knight's shield engraved with a golden wing crest. This shield is exceptional amongst the enchanted blue shields, but only does it boast high magic. And not only does it boast high magic resist absorption, but also enables its wielder to parry spells. So you can spell parry with this one. 75 magic resistance and 50 stability. Pretty nice. Did the sorcerer drop anything? Yeah, he did. Sage's crystal stuff. Now we found the chime previously, position of Gertrude, the heavenly daughter, and it was defiled by the scholars. We know that Gertrude is important in this place because she was like the daughter of, presumably the daughter of Guinevere, maybe. Let's take a look at the sage's staff though. It looks a lot similar to the storyteller staff, almost identical. Crystal catalyst presented as a gift by the crystal sages to their favorite pupil, Kriemhild. Crystal spheres devour the will of the user, and the staff increases the potency of sorceries at the cost of increased FP consumption for skills. So it increases the cost, increases the damage. Pretty nice weapon though. And finally we get another shortcut already. Even though those guys don't respawn, this is the shortcut that'll take us down to the previous bonfire, in fact, which is kind of nice. Next to the where we found Blackhand Gotthard, that was his corpse right there. So we were able to rest up and get our Estus back. It's kind of ridiculous though. We can see the other bonfire from here. That's the Dragon's Lair Arbor bonfire. So not sure why they had to put that there, but oh well. They do kind of spoon feed you these shortcuts and the bonfires in this area, which is the reason might be that the area is kind of difficult, so that might be one explanation for that choice. So we could make our way over there to the huge building with that we've seen since the beginning when we entered High Wall of Lothric in episode 1. This is like the upper bridge, by the way. I think you can see the Dragon Slayer armor bridge down there. Yeah, you can see that on the right side. So this is the upper bridge that we're taking to go back towards the place where we fought the dragons. And here we see the top of the Duke's Archives with the spear. And up there we have a couple of those dudes, these angels, 3 of them. In fact, these are golden. They drop a ton of souls. You can farm them if you want souls, but I just prefer to avoid them in general. There are some items up here that we want to get though before we finish off the area. Let's take a look here. So you can drop down at the ledge there. No point in doing that, I think. We gotta make our way to the back of this place. You just walk around the lower edge here. They won't come for you. Get a closer look at the pilgrim butterflies. And I don't think we can. No, we can't move through there. We gotta go up the stairs, and then we can go out on this rooftop at the back. This is the highest point we can go in Lothric, I believe. The top of the Duke's Archives. Let me find the last Estus shard. No, it's not the last one. We still have one to get. The second to last, I think. So let's move up to the top and we can get a view of this place. And yeah, that is going to be pretty nice. Pretty nice. Let's see if we can spot Firelink Shrine from here. The dudes are right above me, aren't they? I find the Hunter's Ring. What? What is this? So we have the Knight's Ring. As you can see, the symbol is white. We have the Scholar Ring, which is also symbolized with white. And these are like the 2 of the 3 pillars of Lothric, right? Scholars have been considered one of the 3 pillars of the King's rule. So you have the Scholar, the Knight, and the Cleric. But this one is the 3rd. The ring engraved with a portrait. No, it's not the 3rd, it's the 4th one. A hidden one. It's dark, remember? Engraved with a portrait of a hunter increases dexterity. The hunters serve Lothric on the fringes and in the shadows. For generations, rulers of Lothric have relied especially upon the Black Hand hunters to punish enemies in ways that the King's 3 pillars cannot. So some shady business going on there with the last pillar. Not promising though. We have taken care of those. This room here is it has always been strange to me. It serves no purpose, but yeah. And you can't see Firelink Shrine from here either. I don't think. Let's see if we can take a look. No. Nothing. But there is something that we can get if we jump down here. Let's equip the good old cat ring. If you go inside here, find something really interesting. There is a cage. And there are some rafters here. This place really reminds me of... would you look at that? You see a lot of feathers. This reminds me a lot of the research lab in... research hall in Old Hunters DLC of Bloodborne. But here we see some wings. Well, not wings, but feathers. Might be from some wings. And in the middle, you find the divine pillars of light. Miracle of Gertrude, the heavenly daughter. Bring down multiple pillars of light in the vicinity. The queen's holy maiden, Gertrude, was visited by an angel who revealed this tale to her. Despite losing both her sight and her voice, she was determined to record the tale. Ordinary men cannot decipher her fragmentary scroll, nor comprehend how it became the foundation of the angelic faith of Lothric. The angelic faith. The queen's holy maiden. So Gertrude was a maiden of the holy queen. She was a holy maiden of the queen. And she's referred to as a heavenly daughter, which is implied as she might be both the maiden and the daughter, in fact. I don't think those are mutually exclusive titles. But you remember the sun ring, right? Was it the sun ring that described the Guinevere to have, yeah, wife and mother raising several heavenly children? And I believe that she might be the daughter of the queen then, in that case. And she was trapped here after getting this tale from an angel. We've seen some of these angels have been the statue of Frampt, so she might have been approached by Frampt, Frampt being the Kingseeker, who showed us a lot of stuff in Dark Souls 1, tried to make us light the fire, link the fire, what am I saying? Oh, did you see that, guys? Did you see that? Another link. Found a blessed gem, and also over here we see one of these grubs that we also saw with Rosaria. Why is he here? There is definitely a connection between Rosaria and this place as well. I believe it is because Rosaria is also a child of Guinevere, of course, fertility and bounty and all that stuff. But she might have, separated from the other group, and because these dudes wanted to follow Kingseeker Frampt. That's the whole thing here, is that Kingseeker Frampt and Koth are like the two dudes that wanted to usher in either linking of the fire or the destruction of, or usher in the abyss, basically. The abyss in Dark Souls 1. Between the Tight Knight. And Koth, as we know, was the dude behind Yuria of Londor. When we killed her in the alternate ending episode we did with Yuria's questline, we killed her, and she told us that... let's get back up. She told us... come here. Ouch. And she told us that Koth, she was serving Koth, basically. And this angel here, that she got the tales of the divine from, might be... come here. Kingseeker Frampt, the opposite. In that case, then these dudes want us to link the fire. They wanted Lorien to link the fire as well. But Emma, who let us up here, was the character down by the dancer. She told us that we had to save or convince Lorien to do that stuff because he didn't want to. Oh, large soul. I missed that one previously. Am I blind or what? So that's interesting. Perhaps the angelic faith was Kingseeker Frampt's way of making these guys linking the fire, creating the lords in Lothric, perhaps? Not certain about that, but I would appreciate all the feedback you have if you have any theories. Let's make our way across here. You don't have to fight these guys at all, just run across. It is fairly cool though, reminds me a lot of Demon Souls. A lot of Demon Souls right there. And 3 of these red-eyed knights, oh my god. But we have a shortcut right here on the right side that we can take instead, so no biggie. Bye-bye. Now this shortcut is actually kind of cool because it uses the same functionality as the shortcut from where we first met Siegward, which I find to be kind of enjoyable. We send this one back up, and then another one will come up from below, I mean. And that one will take us down, which is really interesting. We're back at the Dragon Slayer armor bonfire right now, where we find the Cathedral chime. So this is going to take us down to the bottom. Let's make it a bit brighter here so you guys can see, because the dark on the screen is, the brightness is fairly low in these dark areas. So there you see the thing you can get. Another Titanite slab. I don't think there's any more secrets down below that one. I would like to see that though, but yeah. But this is a shortcut to the next boss fight of the game. If you couldn't tell by the fact that this is the top of the high wall. What am I doing? Why did I use the Karthus flame arc? Never mind that. I'm gonna make my way back to the bonfire here, and the one I favor to rest at is actually the Dragon Slayer armor bonfire before this boss fight. Is the one that is closest. You can also pick the one down at the bottom, where the first entered the Lothric Castle. But I think I'll stick with this one, to be honest. I think I'll stick with this one. But yeah, we see these statues here. Where is it? Of King Sigurframt and the Angelic Faith. Worship of King Sigurframt, perhaps? See more of these angel statues of him. But he's a serpent, he's not an angel. And also then you might wonder, because the pilgrims are from Londor, where Yuria is from, where Keith is from as well. Why did they come here then to become butterfly pilgrims? What is the purpose there? It wriggles in my mind like it nibbles at me in the dark. One could say. But now I think it's about time we should probably change up our weaponry. And the boss fight uses light magic, I think. Or at least it's magic. We don't have the magic stone plate ring, do we? No, we lack that one, I think. Why haven't I found that one yet? Never mind that. Let's equip the... which should we use? Lloyd's sword ring, perhaps? Or the Estus ring? Let's go with the Estus. Then we want to take this elevator up to the top. They have such nice rings now. Maybe we want to swap out the Leo ring for something else though. Like this one. Karthus milk ring. Increasing our dexterity a bit. We don't really have scaling right now, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna send this one down in case we die. So we don't have to wait for the double elevators to go up and down again. Yeah, let's make our way over here and we're going to face off. Probably going to find... Take a look at this place here. The king. The former king of Syros is no longer here. But... man, look at this view here. It's so amazing. But we were sent here by Emma to find Lorien. Lothric. The king of... the king. Well, he's the prince. But he's also... no longer... I guess he is kind of technically the king. Because... The description on the other item that we got for the Divine Blessing claims that Queen Lothric married to the former king Osiros. So he's no longer the king, and he's the father of Lorien. Lothric. What am I saying? Well, technically both. And also Ocelot, this Ocelot character that we've heard so much about. Every time I read this description, sorry if you guys get tired of that, but yeah. Let's unequip this thing. We also saw the description on the head and the prayer set. Born into illness, a frail and shriveled child. The Lord of Cinder. Destined to be a Lord of Cinder. Cherished by the loyal family, despite being born into illness. You can see him from here. Up there. On his bed. A frail child.
Oh dear. Another dogged contender. Welcome, unkindled one, purloiner of cinders. Mind you, the mantle of Lord interests me none. The fire-linking curse, the legacy of lords, let it all fade into nothing. You've done quite enough. Now have your rest.
So he is affronted. He's against linking the fire. And here's his brother. This is Lorien. And he can teleport around, as you can see. He's a pretty huge guy. While Lothric is kind of the opposite. Oops. Which is interesting. You gotta kill him first, and then we gotta fight down both of them at the same time. So as you can hear, Lothric is not really, he's not intent on linking the fire. He's not intent on sacrificing himself for this purpose. And you can also see that his brother here has fire on his weapon. And you remember that the scholar that taught this guy was in fact the first scholar of the Duke's, the Grand Archives, Pontiff Sulivan. And Pontiff Sulivan, he wanted to find another way instead of linking the fire. Yeah, that's kind of what he wanted to do. Ah, come on, give me some health. There we go. He's going up now. Ah, that was quicker than I remembered. So that might be one of the reasons why Lothric is not intent on doing this stuff. Come on. There we go. You can also parry him, in fact, if you didn't know. Come on, double strikes and then a stab. Yes, then a stab. Or slash. There we go, second phase.
Oh, dear brother, I'm on my way. My brother, unyielding sword of Lothric's prince. Rise if you would. For that is our curse.
A little meta commentary there, as you can see. Rise again, because that is our curse. Pretty much like what we are doing right now. Every time we die, we start again. Oh, he's behind us, isn't he? Yeah, he is. It's too early on that one. As you can see, he now carries his brother on his back, and we have to defeat little brother, little Lorien. If we don't, oh my god, he will keep resurrecting his big brother. So a good way to do this is to kill the big guy, and then he will fall over and you can strike the brother. So by the way, be careful this time. He'll do one of those and then he'll do a soul spear afterwards. Ah, come on. It's a fire move. You can heal up a bit now. This fight is quite similar to look at those. Oh my god, what am I doing right now? The second phase is really difficult now. I still haven't gotten used to this fight a lot. I keep quitting the game and before I fight this boss and practice him a lot. You should be able to take him down. Let's get in and close a bit. Better use my shield a bit more. In fact, that should probably help us out, right? Because we have a lot of fire resistance. Now we get the soul spear first, and he'll do the lightning beams around. Gonna wait for those and dodge around a bit. Come on. Heal up. Come here. And there he falls, and then we'll regen all the stamina and keep hitting him. And you want to back off when he does that, because you don't want to take damage from that. One more should do it, right? One more time. As you can see, he doesn't resurrect with full health, so that's good for us. Where is he now? Oh, there he is. Ah, I got hit by that. Didn't think I would be. Let's heal up once more. Almost at Essence Slash now. This is not good. Come on. Where is he? There he is. Ample time to heal up. Come on. This fight is so epic, man. He's so quick on his moves.
Mark my words, Ashen One, you remain among the accursed.
You remain among the accursed. If you take a look at the room here, first of all, you can see some similarities to the room with where we found Guinevere in Dark Souls 1. He's resting up at the big giant bed, just like she is. There's some parallels there. Like an altar of sorts. Looks a lot like the Dark Moon tomb as well. That just might be the style they're going for, though. But yeah, see a lot of these. What do these look like? They look like feathers. Yeah, they are feathers, low polygon feathers. Well, at least low textured feathers. And we've seen those over at Gertrude's as well. And remember, if our theory is correct, then these dudes are the children, the heavenly children of Guinevere. And the feathers are here as well, same as over at the other lady at Gertrude's place. And we saw, first of all, we saw Lorien, the big dude, and Lothric, the small dude. And Lothric was, of course, he was a shriveled and ill child. And Lorien was a big dude, but he was not the brightest. But he wanted to do everything to protect his brother. Let's take a look at the soul here, get some description. Where is it? It's actually really a bright soul. As you can see, there are twin souls inside this one. If you look closely here, you can see there are kind of two souls intertwined into one, which is interesting in itself. One of the twisted souls steeped in strength, soul of the twin princes. The two princes rejected their duty to become lords of Cinder and settled down far, far away to watch the fire fade from a distance. A curse makes their souls nearly inseparable. A curse that conjoined them? We also got the soul of a Cinder. Where is it? There it is. Cinders of a Lord, I mean. And you see the head there. What does that look like? Looks a lot like Cirrus to me. With the headpiece. But I guess it is Lothric's head. I mean, he had bright white here. If the lords will not return to their thrones themselves, let them return as cinders, the final cinders of a lord that we have. The Lothric bloodline was obsessed with creating a worthy heir, and when this proved impossible, resorted to unspeakable means. Suffice it to say, the path to linking the fire is a cursed one, indeed. What did they do? What unspeakable means do they speak of? What is this, and why did he want to reject his thing? We want to return to Firelink Shrine now. And a lot of events will happen now since we do have all the Lords of Cinder gathered at the thrones. We could proceed to the end of the game now, but there is a lot of side content that we have to do before we finish the game off. We do have 142,000 souls as well, which will help us along. Let's have a chat with Ludleth though, and see what he has to say to us when we've... if he has anything to say to us when we've gathered all of the Cinder Lords.
Aha, thou returned, and a fine day it is. So, most illustrious Lord Seeker, or should I say, Lord Slayer? Fine kindling for the thrones, is it not? Each soul truly worthy of lordship. And all slain by thy hand. Oh, in fact, methinks...
Just one thing I want to comment on there. As we've fought these guys, we know that none of these are worthy of being a lord. Aldrich just ate people. The Abyss Watchers were consumed and started to fight among themselves. Yorm killed thousands of humans with a profane flame. And Lothric didn't even become a lord. And what have you done? Why do you have no legs? Who are you? Why do you have a crown? Why is he a shriveled up child? He almost looks like a shriveled up child. But he, as you can see, he does have the embered effect on him. Just as we do, just look under his like man boobs and his arms there. He is cindered somehow. Very much the same as Lothric was. If you paid attention back there, you can just go back in the video. I can see that Lorien at least were embered just like us.
Aha, so...
And he can transpose souls. What is the mystery of Ludleth? Maybe we'll see. So the interesting thing about the twin princes is that they will give you each of their swords. So you can get the Lorien's greatsword, and you can get the where's the other one? Lothric's holy sword. And you can combine these two when you get both of them. You have to go to New Game Plus 2, of course. I guess New Game Plus 1 to get them. But you can combine them into one great sword. One great sword. First of all, let's start with Lothric's holy sword. Prince Lothric's straight sword, blessed by Emma. Emma was the woman who died back in the room with the dancer of the Royal Valley. Young Lothric was meant to be a champion, but was expected to wield this platinum sword. But some things will remain distant dreams forever. It has the skill Sacred Light, Sacred Lothric Light, in fact. Pretty nice. Does have great scaling though. Pretty quality weapon, does require some faith. And also we have Lorien's greatsword. Ultra Greatsword of Lorien, Prince Lothric's older brother, cast in smoldering molten steel and stained black. Before Lorien braced his brother's curse, he was a knight who single-handedly slayed the demon prince, but the victory eternally scorched his sword with flame. Flame of Lorien, lunge forward to transform smoldering flame. What? He was the older brother, and he embraced his brother's curse. So that's kind of what bound their souls together, perhaps. He was a knight who single-handedly slayed the demon prince, and we fought the demon king, as you remember, with the demon king, the old demon king right here. And Lorien fought the demon prince. We know nothing of this demon prince. Might be some DLC material there. But it is interesting. Demons born of fire. Why did Lorien fight against the demons? Man shared this report with the flames to this day.
Now, do not be away over long.
Now. We could deliver the last Lord Soul up there and finish things off. And I will do that, but first we want to take a couple of moves. We want to have a chat with Rest in Peace Grey Rat. We want to have a chat with Patches.
Wasn't he?
And we need to give the get the S going. We gotta take care of we have a last thing we found previously, the scroll, the crystal soul, the final scroll. And I think we want to deliver this to Orbeck.
Back again, I see. I suppose this means you're after sorceries. Unfathomable. This is a crystal sorcery, created by the Pale Dragon, thought only to exist in legend. I am ever grateful to you. This is truly sublime. I am afraid this is a debt I cannot repay, only I will be sure to unravel it for you. Just a moment.
The crystal sorceries. Here you can see these are like the more powerful versions of the Logan spells. We have instead of the homing soul mass, we have the crystal soul mass, and instead of the soul spear, we have the crystal soul spear, which are freaking amazing, and also crystal magic weapon. According to the crystal sages, Old Big Hat achieved enlightenment within the regal archives, where he came to find the quintessence of sorcery in the facets of a certain crystal. This is the primordial crystal, presumably, that we destroyed in Dark Souls 1, which gave Sita Scaleless immortality, at least temporarily in Dark Souls 1. According to the crystal sages, same description there. Sharpens the soul spear via crystallization. We also have this one here. After much experimentation, Logan found the crystal medium facilitated a stronger bond between weapon and soul. Crystals facilitating a stronger bond. We want to buy all of this stuff to finish off Orbeck's questline, which we can do now. here. This is expensive though, so good thing we have like 150,000 souls. You don't have to do this if you're just leveling up like irregularly, but we want to complete stuff, right? I'm not going to complete the covenants though, but we are going to complete this stuff. Let's see what has to say to us now.
Oh, I have something for you. You're a fine sorcerer now, no mistake. You should have something to prove it. Go on. If I'm giving something away, you'd better well take it. How do you like gimmicks, friend? This is a sign, a cipher, employed by sorcerers who use quietude to their advantage. With this, you can be sure to tell friend from foe from your very first encounter. It's a very old practice at this point, but one that you deserve to know. In Vinheim, I was an assassin, a sorcerer only in name, a killer for hire. What a fool I was, thinking one day I would learn real sorceries. When I became undead, I was exiled from the school. But here I am, now, exploring the depths of sorcery. All thanks to you, I might add. You are no ordinary woman. All these sorceries, and you've mastered every one. If this were the Dragon School, you'd be, well, overtly despised and banished from the place. Well, I suppose it's time I packed my bags. I would hate to see our agreement end sourly. Better left, tucked away, as a pleasant memory. You are no or if this well, I would hate better left. Promise to stay safe. It's been nice running our own little school.
A lot of information there. See, he was from the Dragon School, as we know, but he was banished. And he started to take up the profession as an assassin. So Yuria wanted us to kill him. Why did she want us to kill him? Because he was an assassin. Maybe he was here to kill us, perhaps, but he decided not to because we gave him the knowledge of sorceries. Vinheim Dragon School, as we know, we found a couple of those armors back in the Irithel dungeon. In fact, we learned a lot about those. They went on a journey of sorts to discover more spells and stuff. We also found we got the Young Dragon Quest ring from him now. We also got the Slumbering Dragon Quest ring, which makes us able to. It gives us the ability to separate foe from friend, according to him, but it actually makes us mask the sound of its wearer, so we'll be able to sneak around precisely to not be able to. We will not be recognized by enemies if we can stealth a kill, basically. A lot more easier with that one. Nice. So these Lingering Dragon Quest ring depicts the symbol of the school, the Lingering Dragon, right? This is the Bellowing Dragon, symbolizes the true nature of the consummate sorcerer. The Young Dragon presages the great length of the journey to mastery. Ring given to Vinheim, home of sorcery. Given in Vinheim's home of sorcery to newly ordained sorcerers. So yeah, this ring though. Ring of the clandestine guild of sorcerers based in Vinheim, home of sorcery. The Dragon School held effective sovereignty over Vinheim with a great many adept assassins at its disposal, so they weren't. Nothing is as it seems, apparently. So many assassins around, and also the Hunter's Ring here with those assassin Black Hand dudes from the King. And also Yuria wants us to kill people, and she has assassins, the Pilgrim assassin that kills Henri. So much shady shit going on right now. But we have yet to do one more thing. Well, a couple of more things in this episode. This one is going to be a little longer than the previous ones, just for the sake of finishing things off. I want to give the Grey Rat's ashes to the maiden, of course. And
Gracious.
as you can see now, she will sell you really cheap firebombs, 50 souls each, and really cheap throwing daggers, kukri stuff. She will also have the weapons that Grey Rat sold, as you can see here, Knight's Crossbow, all that good shit, the Lothric shields, the Thief Mask stuff, and she will also sell the arrows, the Dragon Slayer lightning arrows and stuff. We also got a couple of armor here, I think. Yeah, we got the armor for Lothric. Lorien. I'm always messing up those names, guys. Armor of Prince Lothric's older brother, Lorien. This black-dyed brass helm is patterned with flame. Lorien, raised as a knight, is said to have been left mute and crippled by his younger brother's curse. It is also said that Lorien, in fact, wished it so. Made of brass, pretty similar to this armor. Where is it? The brass armor, we have that already.
Ashen One.
The Dark Moon Knight is gear. So he was cursed by his brother. He wished to be cursed. He wanted to carry the burden with him. But he was strong, apparently. Killed the demon prince. I mean, says something about him.
Well, look at you. The luckiest lass in the world. I just got hold of some truly fine treasure. And for you, I'll practically give it away. I just got hold of some truly fine treasure. And for you, I'll practically give it away.
Some errors with the text there, but yeah. He's gotten some black fire bombs now, I think. And he also still has the shield here. We got 2 of those. But you get the horse hoof ring. And poison arrows, really nice. An old ring with a seal depicting a horse's hoof. I'm not sure if you had that one already. Let's buy it anyway. But he did get a hidden blessing. There's a grave in Lothric that sees no visitors, a dark place where ruthless warriors rest. The Queen of Lothric alone cared to wish the poor souls good fortune. Tells us something about what the Queen of Lothric did, but we haven't seen this grave yet. We haven't seen this grave, or have we? An old ring with a seal depicting a horse's hoof. Boost kick effect. Unbreakable Patches adored this ring and the feeling that it gave him when he kicked his marks into the depth of a treacherous traps, but suffered no shortages of ridicule from his associates for relying so heavily on the tired old trick. But who is the sorrier? The horse who knows only to kick, or the fool who approaches the old beast without thought?
Hey.
Some meta commentary there. I don't think he has anything new to say to us, though.
Can't resist it, can you? My sumptuous selection. We're just a couple of
just a couple of adcasts. Basically, that's the end of Patches' questline, Grey Rat's questline, and yeah, pretty much we finished off all except one of the quest lines here, and that is for a certain individual who has not been here for a while. Well, there is actually one more thing we have to do, and it's back in... Oh, we gotta burn the bone shard first, and then we gotta go back into the Grand Archives to finish off the last thing. We gotta go to this bonfire here. We want to make our way back up to the place where we fought against the well, a couple of those dudes, the couple of those candle heads, as I call them. They're not really called candle heads, but yeah. Let's take this path. I think this is the quickest way in. So, man, I'm not sure how I feel about this, but we do have a lot of lore not really tying up towards the end here. I'm so looking forward to DLC. Just an announcement would like clarify a lot of things, and I'll probably make a video just talking about the announcement there if we get one. What I really want from a DLC would be to explain some of this stuff with the Queen and Ocelot and stuff like that, possibly Velka. I know E&B really wants some Velka DLC stuff, but yeah, I would like to know more about what happened with the Queen, and perhaps some additional information about... Yeah, you'll see. You'll see. What? It's supposed to be here. Hang on, guys. There we go. We had to go back to Firelink Shrine and then come back here. As you can see, we now have the corpse of Orbeck here. He made it to the Grand Archives. Let me find his ashes. Orbeck's ashes. Let's get out of here and port back to Firelink Shrine and take a look at what we can buy now with those.
Well, what warm umbral ash have we here? It's as if thy fate were with death entwined. But take no note of me, thy business is thine own. As by now thou surely knowest, there is little I love more than a gratuity of souls.
As you can see now, she has more hidden blessings and more divine blessings as well. And she also sells all of his spells, which is nice. But she also sells his, where is the armor set here? This clandestine set, clandestine coat. Traditional coat of the Vinheim Dragon School, normally a deep blue color. This black variation is a sign of a sorcerer engaged in surreptitious work. These were covert agents who excelled at manipulating sound. Interesting indeed. We also have the Black Hand set. Black Hand was a title established to honor hunters who served successive generations of kings. To date, no more than 3 such individuals have borne this distinction. So we've met one of them, Black Hand Gotthard, and the second one was the ninja guy, the Kuru, what was his name? Who had the weapon. Looks really nice though. A black cape covers leather armor, shrouding the wearer in darkness. Kinda wanna buy that one, it looks really nice.
Ashen One.
Let's level up a
Welcome,
bit.
host.
Do we have enough for a level?
Hey.
I think we do. Let's go and get our dex up to 26. Which is
Farewell,
fine.
Ashen One. May the
Yeah, so we got a lot done in this episode, finished up a lot of quest lines, and in the next one, we will continue by putting on some of these lords, these souls of Cinder up on this throne here, and then we will hopefully find a separate area of some optional stuff and do that as well. I've been Crudeless, and you've been awesome. See you guys next time.